Okay, mic check. Yes, sir.
Hello.
You everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Just my headphones.
I'm
Can't be
Nathan.
too far.
I'm
No,
Nathan
just
Austin.
leave it.
You can pull it a little bit.
tap.
You can still reach the sound pads.
You can pull it a little, Nathan.
You can pull it a little.
Just a little bit.
It's not gay that way.
Pull it a lot, real hard.
Yank it.
This is the real deal. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
like-
Yeah.
See, we weren't joking. We,
We're totes profesh.
yeah.
We brought this all from
It's
California.
got to be fun. You know, if it ain't fun,
Then what's the point? Yeah.
Yeah.
it sounds.
If it's not shop talk, who cares?
Is it just? It sounds like really quiet though. Right?
Yeah, I
It
think because we changed the gain when
does.
we were at Super Zoo on the floor.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
like this.
I do
Yeah.
like it. Yeah. We
It seems
can't
very
hear all the
professional.
other stuff.
Ronnie, you haven't spoken anything. Let me see. Here.
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay.
There he is.
I don't like Is it already recording?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the levels are all off. There we go. Leveled
It's
up.
okay, Ronnie.
Level-
We
I'm gonna
love
turn
you.
down. I'm gonna turn down the headphones a tiny bit. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Other people.
Actually, I'm gonna
You
make
get some
mine
of
go
that
back up.
spray on stuff. Just
No.
Are you guys
It's gonna
comfortable with your
melt
with your
in my
headphone
hand.
levels?
No, turn mine down a little.
What?
My headphones.
She's
Like
one. She's one.
I'm one. I'm number one.
Like that?
Always.
Is that better?
No, now it's too low.
Oh, it's too low. Okay. What about this?
That's
That's his
better.
actual
I feel
fart.
like I'm at my shop. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
By
That's
the
actual
way,
fart.
that is
That's
Nathan's-
everything,
that is
everything
his
is
actual
like
fart.
unhinged. That's what I'm saying.
Wait
That's
until
how
we
we
get
run.
started. We haven't even started yet, Jane.
I'm afraid.
Do you know that's
Kind
the
of,
actual
sorta.
sound of my butthole?
He made
Is
that fart.
it?
Yes.
That's a little TMI, if you ask me. I didn't really want to know that.
He farted into the
I
mic.
farted
didn't want
it,
to know
yeah.
that.
He farted into the mic that you're holding.
And
right now.
I was
Just kidding.
Wait,
He
I know.
farted into his old.
I farted into the one with the green cord.
Oh no,
Where
and
is
they
it?
were there are stand-up ones.
No.
No,
Now
they
I'm
were
gonna
our
get
stand-up
them
ones.
pink eye or some shit.
It
It
was.
was our studio mic.
Yeah.
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 I was like
His
editing. I was like,
own.
this fart's really crisp. What if I? Yep, it works.
Just had to lift it a little, you know, like clean it up a bit.
Yeah. Very professional.
All right, you want to get started then?
Professional fart.
I've never done an intro before.
You
You
got
can
this.
do
You've never been
it.
on
You
camera
got this.
before.
Now, hello, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Another Grooming Podcast. My name's Ronnie Rivera.
I'm Jayne Gallagher.
I'm Kathleen Austin.
I'm Juan Rivera.
I'm Kat Graney.
And I'm Nathan Austin.
Oh
And
my gosh,
I
we did
know,
it the
we
first
did it
time.
the first time.
Good job.
job,
What,
Nathan.
wait,
Very
do you
nice.
guys have trouble saying your
I'm
names?
proud of you.
Yes.
No,
wait.
not us. Nathan.
And I have trouble if I have to do the intro.
Oh.
I have trouble.
Yeah,
getting that
sometimes.
out.
He goes,
sometimes.
podcast.
So how does it make
Podcast.
you feel that he did it perfectly his very
I
first time?
know it makes me.
Aw, look at
Wow.
him. He's so good.
I guess that table's not full of duds anymore.
Aw.
I learned from my professional
Full of
host.
normal.
studs. And cat.
Duds and studs.
I could be a stud.
Yeah.
Why not?
But
That's true. You Lumi's a stud.
he is.
There you go.
Today we are
He's not
actually
here.
joined with the one and only Jayne Gallagher.
Jane.
Oh, that was quick. I needed
Yeah,
more of
longer.
an applause, honestly.
They do that all the time. They're like,
Yeah, right?
yeah. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm
Pay
over here
down
just
up.
making out.
I'm serious.
I love him. He gives me all the kisses.
Listen, it was. I guess I was
a little
going.
closer.
I was going into a show up in New England, and Nadia Bongelli saw me walking with my 7 mini poodles, and she said, "Are you okay, or are you ill?" I said, "Wait, what?" And she said, "Yeah, like they're psychotic. Yes, they are. But then again, so am I a little bit. So we get along well."
And you have several of them.
I do. I have just a pack of only poodles, which is certainly going to be my demise, I think.
That sounds like the perfect kind of pack, too.
Yeah.
Pretty
They're so
good.
much easier than all the other dogs.
Yeah. You know what? After you work with dogs for a while, like I've decided I only want them. Or all right, I'll take up a Sean.
No.
So
What
that's-
about a
it's-
Scotty?
no? No. Do you know the one and only Scotty that I ever had my hands on? That dog's head was the same size as its body. So I looked at it and I was like, what in the hell is this thing? Like the head was this long and so was the body. I don't know.
Well,
I
did
love
you
it.
And
know-
have you looked at their teeth?
Yeah.
They have like shepherd-sized teeth.
I love it.
And
I love
there's-
the chaos.
Like big head, little body.
There's something with Scotties I've been thinking about a lot is like in the breed standard it describes the head as moderate. That was a joke, you know, like I don't know.
Because it's not.
No, the last one. The last one.
What's the last
No,
one?
no.
Since
No, the
since I only saw one Scotty in my life, it just went right over my head. We just don't see them.
Well,
we don't see
yeah.
them at all.
We got to introduce you to some nice Scotties.
Oh, we
Yeah, we
have
got good
really good Scotties.
I
Our
don't
Scotties are
think-
fantastic.
I don't think I've groomed a Scotty. I mean, aside from certification, since PetSmart days, like long time ago.
You groomed my puppy.
Oh, that's right, the puppy.
Okay, but
One time.
the
Well,
thing is,
one other time.
it's a problem though because they're on the endangered.
decline,
Yeah,
yeah.
No.
they're starting to become. They're considered historic. Or
Yeah.
what do they call them?
A heritage
A
breed.
heritage breed.
They're considered a heritage breed.
Aw.
So I mean, we breed Scotties, so we're working really hard, to try and bring awareness to them, and lots of groomers are, super interested in the Scotties that we have. So I'm grateful because it's
Yeah.
nice to put out dogs. We just placed a puppy with a groomer, and she's like, I don't think I'll ever not have a Scotty ever again.
Oh,
She's
my
head over
God.
heels for this puppy. She's like, she posts pictures of her every day. She's like, she's literally the best dog I've ever met.
Is that
So
Zelda?
Zelda, yeah.
He's precious.
Zelly.
He lives
She's
with
so
us
cute.
for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We love her. She
My
was really good
brain
girl.
is
Yeah.
going into what can I do to freestyle a Scotty? Like my brain immediately went there. I'm like, So
Well, to
Probably
be
a
fair,
Wheaton would be best.
I was gonna
a
say
Wheaton.
I have a 2-year-old Wheaton girl, and I'm sure you could color her hair, and so,
I mean,
mhm.
I
Oh, that'd be fun to bring it.
The
for
hair
you.
is completely different though than
it's very
what
different.
you're used to. The
Oh, yeah.
fluffiness is no, not there.
Totally
Yeah.
different, yeah. Well, because you can't groom it to breed standards, so that would be interesting. I'm gonna rack my brain on that.
yes,
I bet you can
or
give her a
not.
cute
Just
little-
give her
Or
to me,
not.
and I'll help. I'll do it for you.
Yeah,
Just
there
go
you
crazy.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can like something with their face, like fuller and like almost Betty like or fall
Mm.
like.
Kind of like what you do with the
Mm.
schnauzers, that cute little
yeah,
like
the round.
donut kind of thing. I could
Yeah.
see that and stuff.
Maybe.
The body would be a little bit difficult, I think, but maybe abstract.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Have you seen? I've seen someone do abstract with hand stripping.
Yeah, they hand strip
Instead
the
of- What?
pattern in.
So the pattern was hand stripped in.
Was that
instead.
Lauren?
I don't
Or
remember
who
who
was
It was a
that?
schnauzer, but they hand stripped the.
It might have been
the abstract
Lauren.
in, and I thought that was amazing.
That
Oh,
seems
That's
like
hella
hell yeah.
cool.
that seems like it would take more time than zit zit zit
Then what?
Oh, yeah.
than like the
Then
Indian.
using clippers.
Isn't that the universal like
Mhm.
TBH? Just kidding.
I
So-
would be interested in seeing what you would do to our Scotty.
Mhm.
You seem to just be really creative. Like my brain doesn't work like that. Like you always come out with some crazy looking cool stuff.
Well, let's take a walk back.
Yeah.
I remember when I started to groom so many moons ago, you were Jesus if you shaved the ears of the Bichon, right? If you went into the competition ring and you shaved the ears of the Bichon, everybody was like, oh, but that was basically all that anybody was willing to do back in the day.
Yeah.
And I was taking class after class after class of every breed that I could possibly attend. We used to fly instructors into New Jersey for weekends, and we would meet in people's kitchens and just really like study back before the internet was the internet as we know it. But anyway, so I was accumulating all of this knowledge and all of these techniques, but unfortunately, it was like water through my hands because I didn't have a canvas to practice on. So, so say I took a class with a Bichon, and I was like, oh, I got one on my book this week, and I would show up, it was a beluga.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, no.
or the 90-year-old granny had it, and it was wrapped in a sweater, and she'd make sure all the hair comes off because she wears a coat. So, like, I was handcuffed in all of the things that I learned, and I came dangerously close to giving everything up because at that point, like I said, shaving ears was all that was really done, I guess. And then all of a sudden, I just got so damn tired of like the salmon swimming against the current.
Mhm.
And I thought, this is what I have at my disposal every day. Every mixed breed imaginable. So the things that I learned, I just had to like sidestep it and apply it to things where, dogs where it didn't belong. But that became the deconstruction of my brain. So like I no longer was able to look at a dog and say, oh, this is exactly how it should look, because that ship had sailed for me. Like I was now putting things on mixed breeds and styles that were available to me.
Yeah.
But what I find very interesting is you don't know that you're on a path of, or a certain path or a path of success while you're on the journey, right? Like you're just kind of doing things and you don't realize that you're propelled into a direction until you kind of arrive and go like, holy shit, all those classes and all the frustration and how I almost quit was just forcing me into the direction that I was supposed to go into, which was mixed breed, freestyle. And it was very liberating and freeing, I think, not only for myself, but a gazillion groomers who, maybe don't have their hands on, tons of really well-bred dogs. That's also another thing. I may have 7 dogs. I never bought one of them.
No?
No. And there's a reason. None of them could sustain or uphold any of the breed profile things that would be expected because they kind of fall short in many areas. But I'll be damned. Like, I look at them and I'm like, you're going to be really cute.
Oh, yeah.
So to look at each dog that, comes onto my table, I just almost feel like it's it's a necessary thing for me to look at that dog, celebrate it for what it is, look at it for the beautiful thing that it is that may not be beautiful in the eyes of, say, the show ring people or whatever. But to me, I look at every single dog and I'm like, you are going to be amazing.
Why am I
And
getting
that's-
emotional just listening to you say that?
Oh my God.
Yeah, you can like hear the passion,
Passion,
that you
yeah.
have.
Oh, now I'm
And you do.
emotional.
It's
Just shut
exciting.
it off. So I don't
No.
get to cry. No.
There you go.
But you know what? No, really. And you can draw the analogy to people as well. So when I think about a show dog, say all the dogs that are lined up in Westminster, they're all beautiful and they are there because they are to basically show the world what a beautifully bred dog is of that breed. But then you look at Victoria's Secret models. So are they supposed to be the standard for all of us? Because I don't fucking think that's fair.
No.
I never
feel
thought of it
like
that way.
there are so many people. Well, everybody is beautiful in their own light, and our diversity and our differences are what makes us shine. And that is exactly how I feel about dogs. It's great, and I do think that there's a reason for breeding programs to keep breeds alive and well, and you're resurrecting the Scotties. But you know what? There's so many mixed breeds that are here, and I just think that every time we as humans make something or someone's life better, we're at our best. It's it's what we should do to, nurture and raise up or lift up everything that comes in our path. Because at that point, we're the best version of ourselves.
Absolutely.
That's
So-
beautiful.
It is. And you definitely found your calling. All your dogs are beautifully groomed and they're so cute and you do the funnest things with them and stuff. And I feel like you bring out their little personalities and they're just so cute. And your passion is great and I love it.
Oh, well, listen, Ronnie, if a customer comes into my shop and they give me a little notebook of things to follow, I fail miserably. I'm like there's no flow. Actually, and that's how I am following the blueprint of, breed profile grooming, I look at it and I'm like, like it will. I've never done a rosette.
Huh?
I ain't doing one.
Why not? You
Well,
can do it on a
hold-
Betty or something.
And hold on a second. Do you know how we were taught how to do rosettes?
No.
Glad you're all sitting down. Put a cup over. Put a cup and shave around it.
Like a
Sienna.
solo cup?
Yeah, or whatever. But like you had this little cup right there, and I don't even know if it was placed correctly. Put a cup and shave off and go on your merry way. So,
As long,
It's
yeah.
a dog bowl cut.
On the butt.
yeah, yeah.
Butt cut.
So, yeah, okay. Maybe I'll start doing a rosette where we least expect it.
Yeah.
Well, I saw somebody.
Scotty.
No, I I did. I saw
Interesting.
somebody do like a modified Continental on a Shih Tzu, and I personally thought it was freaking adorable. It was really cute.
Yeah.
So
actually,
you
that
know,
was cute, yeah. Looks like a
I
lion
think it's
trim.
fun. Yeah, but it had the cute little rosettes. But
Uh-huh.
it has like the silky hair instead of the curly, so it was like different and interesting, and I thought it was fun.
Absolutely. To be able to let everybody's artistic flair shine through safely, I
Mhm.
guess, and to not be judged or criticized. Or, I mean, because honestly, you don't really know what somebody's going to put out today that may become the deal or the style in a year. Like, you don't
yeah.
know. I mean, I think about when I saw Asian, I was like, what in the freak is that? And suddenly everybody loves it, but it takes a minute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But to allow the artists of our industry to really like sink their teeth into it and go and be safe and proud, I think that's amazing.
Are you ever afraid to like kind of go for it when you get? I'm like so afraid to like commit to like shaving things here. Like when I see your haircuts, I'm like, how did she like come up with that? Do you go in with a plan, or you kind of just
Never.
go as you?
Oh my God, Juan, I used to actually go into the competition ring and have no freaking idea what I was going to do. I just didn't have an idea. And I just would kind of go for it. No, I'm not afraid because I also in life, I don't really think that we make mistakes. I don't believe in mistakes as, I don't even think it should be in our vocabulary. It's just a choice that you make that sends you in a direction to either learn, change your path, whatever. But I feel like the word mistake should just be erased because I don't think we make them. I just don't.
Unless you like fucking make a huge one and kill someone on accident or something. You're like,
It's a learning
accident.
Leave it to
experience.
Nathan to make one.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a
well,
I
learning.
had too much to drink
learning-
and got in the car.
You
I
don't drink
learned.
it.
But then
Yeah.
that changes your
That
path
changes-
for the rest of life. So
Yeah.
yeah, like
It
you said,
really
makes you
does.
learn.
Yeah,
I
it
like
really
that
does.
though.
Yeah,
You need to
yeah.
start
That's
doing-
beautiful.
You need to start doing
Well,
inspirational speeches.
I am much
Yeah.
older
Yes.
than all of you guys, so I have just a ton of experience. And for those who don't know, I have 5 adult children,
Mhm.
and it's funny how you have a child, and you are kind of like you're in the driving seat for them for a good part of their life.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they're teaching you, they're driving your life. Like I've learned so much from my children about life in general. Yeah, and the other thing is, this doesn't have anything to do with grooming, but I can remember I had my daughter when I was 23. And at that point, I just felt like it was all about me. Everything was about me. And then I had this little child, and I felt like I put glasses on that made me see life way freaking differently. Like I felt that everything needed to be nurtured. Even like I would see a weed and go, "My God, you're so fucking beautiful." You know, like I didn't.
Yeah.
There were so many things I didn't notice. But then all of a sudden, when it's your job to make sure that something lives and thrives, it just kind of went to everything that I didn't saw.
Mhm.
So, how you feel about that?
Yeah.
No, I agree with you because I mean, obviously, I was once a child, if you can believe it. No, but I mean, I was always scared of spiders. If there was a spider in the house, I'd kill the spider. And then I agree. Now that I'm an adult and I have my
You
children,
take it out in a cup.
I have Nathan do it, but yes, I have Nathan do it. But yeah,
Well,
now
he's got to do something.
now we don't
Look
now we
cute.
don't kill them, and I agree with you. I mean, I love the kids so much, and it changes your whole perspective on things.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I mean,
people say-
honestly, I think that's a beautiful way of looking at things, though. So remember that, Nathan. I never make mistakes. Never.
No, never.
I don't do
Never,
that.
never, never.
I
Not to me,
never make
babe.
mistakes.
Not to me, never.
But
Come on,
being
can
a-
you be my mommy? I need a new mommy.
Of course. I mean, I feel like I've adopted quite a few extra children in the grooming world along my path. So
I'm sure.
Absolutely.
motherhood definitely changes your perspective. Even like I find it with our younger employees, I feel a very motherly way. Like if they are doing something or they don't respond or something, you know, I worry about them.
Mhm.
Yeah, one of our bathers he didn't show up, and we're calling him for an hour, doesn't answer
Our
the
cat
phone.
was, yeah.
I was calling him, texting him.
And then finally he's like, I'm on my way after I call him, but you talked to him already, right?
Yeah, I talked to him and I said, I was worried about you. I worried that you were hurt or, you know,
Yeah.
in danger
That's what I was
or
thinking too.
in jail or something, you know.
Exactly. I was like,
But
"You
I
in
was
jail or
like,
something?"
because I've called him like 4 times. I was texting him and I was just like,
Yeah, he was like, "Oh,
He was
it's no,
sleeping.
he was like, no big deal. What guys? I'm more resilient." And then we're like, "Dude, but like,
But
we
you are an
care
hour late,
about
bro.
you." Yeah, we're like, we care about you. Like, obviously,
No, but then
Try
he
not
was
to be
listening
late,
to sad
but-
songs all day.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
started asking everybody what their cry song is.
Whoa.
we're like, "Are you good, babe?"
Yeah,
It's okay.
You
And
should
he
have
made
called
a playlist.
me. I would have came right in. We would have been listening to 80s music,
Okay,
dancing.
what's your cry song?
My cry
Do you have
song?
one?
Do you have a cry song?
No.
No,
No?
Yes, I do. Donovan, what is that song?
Mike.
I can't. What is that song that I can't listen to and I like get chills and teary eyed? It's from a play. Come on, think
Oh.
of it. Oh, he'll come up with it. He'll.
Do you remember what the play was?
No.
Oh.
so do
Not
you
helpful.
do you
Mine
like
is
to
the
have a
Pokemon
good?
opening theme song.
Do you like to have a good cry or no?
Dun, dun.
When it came on, when Ash became, I cried. a
I
little.
cried like a little bitch.
Keep thinking. You know what it is because you'll.
I also
you'll,
cried during Naruto.
You'll play a trick on
Naruto?
me.
Yeah, like
I've
especially
never
watching
watched it.
Boruto now, and they see like all the stuff that he's going through, and I'm like, you guys are fucking assholes. You know what he's been through?
Who, Boruto or Naruto?
Naruto.
Hmm.
It
I
might,
dreamed
Oh,
a
I
dream.
dreamed a dream
it might be.
by Les Mis.
It might
from Les Mis.
be.
I mean,
Yeah.
that one is a good one.
I have
Yeah.
to hear it, but every
Very
time it's on, I'm like,
passionate.
turn it off, because I get like really much. But I'm stimulated by colors and definitely music. I don't have any sort of music that that's my go-to. I love all kinds of music. And you know, here's another thing that I've realized as life went on. When I listen to a song, I used to listen to it as a unit, like it was just, the song. But then I started to realize all the moving parts and pieces in it.
Mhm.
And I thought, that's exactly like dog grooming. Like you look at a finished groom, but like, holy shit, there's like 1,000 different things that you have to go through the Rolodex in your brain to come to that. And like the details and the little compartments that make up a total groom, like there must be 1,000 different things that,
Yeah. And
You
that's
know?
just the song. You could also then even grow it more and think of it as the album,
yeah.
right? Then you got then fucking you have. That's how I've been listening to albums lately, or like the whole like. I guess they don't call them CDs. What
You like records?
records or whatever you want to call
What
it.
do they call? They call them albums.
They got
Albums,
albums,
Yeah,
yeah,
albums.
yeah.
So I've been listening like whole albums, and that's kind of a neat experience too, because you get this like a lot of times it's like.
A whole experience
Mm.
from start to finish. It tells a
Absolutely.
story.
But you didn't answer
or-
though. You didn't answer those. So do you like that? Do you like to like listen to sad stuff and then have a good cry?
No.
Me neither.
Okay.
I do.
I do.
No.
I'm a
I
crier.
do. Yeah.
I just go like
Put on some
this.
sad music.
You know what made me cry once? Have you guys ever, Hey There, Delilah?
Oh yeah.
No.
Have you
Oh,
actually
no.
like listened to the lyrics and like
Mhm.
I got really emotional afterward, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh my god, this song, I didn't
It's
think
sad.
twice about it.
Well, it's about his being a long distance relationship,
Yeah.
right? And like not being there.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
would walk, do whatever he needed to do.
Well,
Yeah.
I think like I can sometimes struggle in my regular everyday life to express my emotions.
Call
And
me.
so music,
I'll help you. Call me.
yeah, but music for me is like the way that I can like really express my feelings. So if I'm feeling really happy, that's a great way. You know, if I'm mad, I can listen to angry music and like feel my feelings. Or if I'm sad and I need to get it out, that's the way I do it.
Do you have music on in your shop?
Oh, always.
Oh, hell yeah.
24/7.
Oh, hell yeah. Do you find that you're like using the clipper to the beat of the song? I'm like, whoa.
Oh yeah, it counts on the, definitely counts on the song, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Like
always
that dog
have
can be
music
done
on.
in 3 minutes if it's the right song.
If there's no music on, the vibe is just sucks.
I don't know how shops do it without music.
Oh, and did you like?
Because all you hear is
Yeah.
Well, do you remember at PetSmart they got rid of the music for a little bit? Do you guys remember that?
I don't remember.
maybe that
that
was just your
Hated it.
store.
Maybe it was just my store. There was like no music. Music. Right?
Music.
It
Oh,
was
Music.
gone
oh
for a
no.
good like 6 months. It was horrible.
Ooh, 6 months.
Yeah,
I would've
it was,
quit.
But then you still played music.
Yeah,
He
then I
still
got a
played
Bluetooth
music,
speaker.
and then he would turn it off when people walked in.
Yeah.
But remember how the music at PetSmart would come through like their intercom system, right?
Mhm.
And it was like a set playlist that PetSmart had.
Yeah, it
One
was
time
the
during
same song.
Christmas time, we had a like something happened to it and it like broke or something, and it only played one song over
No,
and
it was
over and
like
over
it was
again.
like 4 songs.
But it was just a couple Christmas songs, and it was the one that goes Christmas. It randomly say
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
that
Christmas.
song over
Yeah.
and over. And then they found out it was like something had gotten like pushed or unplugged or something. And then they were like, oh, but it had been weeks. And then they like plugged it back in and we got all our normal Christmas music. And we are like,
Wait, Juan, weren't you the manager?
I was a manager.
Well, what the
But
frick
only
were
of
you
the
doing?
salon.
We needed
Well,
the
that's
music.
why I got the Bluetooth speaker, and I was like, "Who?" Then I was like, "What's your favorite song?" Or just your favorite artist, and I would shuffle them all on Pandora, so we each got a little bit of everybody's
Nice.
music. It was fun.
very considerate.
It was fun.
Talking
very
about
demure.
Christmas,
Very demure.
I
Very
like how
mindful.
we start Christmas music the week before Thanksgiving, and like the week after Thanksgiving, we're like, turn that shit off. Like
You just
we're
delete-
all,
you just
we're
delete
going
Thanksgiving?
into Christmas, and then
No.
like the
Ronnie
week
hates
after
holiday
Thanksgiving,
skipping.
I'm like,
Nope.
Nope.
My
oh.
favorite holiday is Thanksgiving.
Is
and
it?
It's just because you don't have to worry about presents, and there's so much food, and you get to be together,
Yeah.
and the food,
And the
you know,
food.
and I get
And
to sleep.
food.
Turkey is pretty.
And
And the
Yeah,
food
it's
the day
just-
after,
yeah, exactly.
and the
My
leftovers 2 days
and making the
after.
sliders. And
Yeah, oh
turkey
yeah.
sandwich.
you
Oh,
know, with the
hell
Hawaiian
yeah.
rolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
So it's I can listen to Christmas music and stuff, but when it starts, I'm like, you're skipping a whole goddamn like right now. It's already Halloween everywhere, which
Yeah.
I love Halloween, but at the same time, I'm like,
It's still September.
calm down.
Oh, but
What are we
it-
skipping?
September.
September. It's just a month.
fall.
Oh, so we're okay. Skipping the month.
But no. I literally walked into Joann's for fabric, and it wasn't even the 4th of July yet, and Halloween had already been set up.
Well,
Absolutely.
that
It's-
makes sense
that's
though,
why.
because
Absolutely.
somebody's gonna buy those, and they got to make a Halloween blanket by the time it comes, though. Right?
But
That
like,
makes sense. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
I
true.
have to go buy Halloween. I should go buy it now because it's gonna be sold out by the time
Especially the dog.
Although
Halloween rolls
Kat-
around.
Kat is an all year round Christmaser.
Oh.
Okay. No, Christmas music all around.
That's what I mean.
okay.
She'll listen to Christmas music all year.
I love Christmas.
She's on that
Love, love,
Sirius
love, love, love.
satellite.
so she,
Christmas
as soon
all
as
year
Halloween is
thing.
over, she's trying to put on the Christmas music.
What is
But
it?
I respect-
Pentatonics or something?
I
Do you listen to
respect you all.
I love
Pentatonics
Pentatonics.
Christmas?
They're okay.
Oh, they're
I know.
okay. Oh.
They're okay.
No, they're a part of our playlist.
They're
the
on my
Pentatonic
playlist, but I am
Okay, so what's your Christmas
old
music?
school, like Johnny
Ah.
Mathis,
Wait.
Bing Crosby,
Nice.
that kind
What-
of thing.
Nice.
I missed what did you say was on your playlist? I missed it.
Us?
I said
Pentatonics.
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 Oh, that's all right.
Pentatonics. We have drag queens.
Yeah.
We do the Ariana
What's
Grande.
Pentatonics?
Oh,
Ariana
yeah.
Grande
Pentatonics
They're-
is the a cappella group.
Oh yeah. That one's good.
No, they're fine. I like the old
like that.
school. I like.
Kelly Clarkson's Christmas album is so
Oh,
good.
Wrapped in Red. Oh my God, that one. See, when it comes to the time, I'm a little like elf on a shelf. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, it comes, but
Gail
you know,
What about
Fonda.
Sia?
like elf on a shelf.
Okay.
'Cause I'm gay. Gay sis. But yeah, you know. what
I
I
like
mean?
to follow
do
the
love it.
supermarket's decor. Like when the supermarket changes their decor and you see like the pumpkin, I go right home.
Consumerism.
I go right home and I decorate. You know, when I see them change their, I'm in.
So your Christmas tree is dried up by the end, huh? It's like a
Does it
twig.
snow in Jersey?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It does. Even like
Yeah.
on the beach. That's a thing.
Not too much. Yeah, I would say I definitely live coastal, and we had 3 blizzards like 3 years ago, but kind of we don't get snow.
Okay.
I would love to see a snowy beach.
You make sandmans.
I'm just,
kidding.
you know what? I'm a Leo. I am like a sun sign. So when the time starts changing and the days get shorter, I
That's
feel
why we
like
get along. I'm a Virgo.
I like cannot. I'm depressed. I can be like hot all day long, but if it goes south of 75, I'm like, I need my blanket.
Really?
Yeah, I can't be cold.
I would
Yeah.
My house
prefer
is
it
set
under
at
75.
68.
Oh,
all
Jesus
the
God.
time. 68, and we have fans
Mhm.
constantly.
Oh,
the time.
We get
hell.
hot. I mean,
No, that would
you know.
that would be like cold as kryptonite to me. I like freeze in place. I'm like, somebody take me out. I cannot function.
Okay,
cold.
so I would rather be cold than hot, though.
Ooh.
It
You
is
can warm
so
yourself
much
up.
easier to warm yourself up than it is to cool yourself down.
Facts.
100%. Cat is correct.
But I won't live in the snow. But I won't live in the snow.
No snow.
Well,
Yes,
it's the
no
slush
snow.
and the driving on it and stuff like that.
Oh, it's so ugly the day after.
yeah.
Like snow is so ugly. It's black, and they come and they they push it out of the street, and so you have all these berms of black snow. Who the fuck wants to look at that?
Out in California, it don't look like that. It looks like regular snow on the side. Like I don't know what you guys are doing
No,
over here. Black.
Wait,
Like, where do you
it
get
snows
snow?
there?
Not
Not where
well,
we
not
live.
Like like an
Sierras.
hour into the thing. Like yes.
Like on the way to Tahoe.
So
Yeah.
we actually in California we can get to every like
Everything.
biosphere.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you're
We got
saying
forest
the
and beach
exhaust
and-
from the cars don't turn that shit
It does.
back?
He's
It's
lying. If you go
ugly.
look,
If you go up,
He's
and
lying.
okay,
Our
we-
snow's perfect.
we don't really listen to
California
him.
snow is perfect.
No, no,
Okay.
no. So when we go to snow,
Tahoe
go
snow's
to the
nice.
snow, right? We go to the like forest, right, to
Yeah.
play in it, right? But if you go and just like a
forest.
freaking,
Yeah.
you go like in a freaking Walmart parking
We do,
lot,
though.
and
Go to
it's just
Tahoe.
dirt mounds of snow. So that's like everyday snow. But we go.
When we go to the snow, we go on a vacation into the forest.
Have you ever
and
been to Northern
frolic.
California?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like where it snows, I feel like it's not as populated. So that maybe that's why, right?
Yeah.
It's like wherever it doesn't snow, it's like super populated, and then I don't know.
Little known fact, I
Geography.
lived in Dana Point for a year.
Where's
and
that?
it
Hmm.
was like an amazing, that's south. That was an amazing, amazing year of my life. It was such a cool experience. I loved it. I could look out my window. I saw Catalina Island.
Oh,
and,
wow.
yeah. Oh, yeah, it was nice.
That's beautiful. over there.
Catalina wine mixer.
Yeah.
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 It's the fucking Catalina
But you know,
mixer.
you compete a lot.
What's
okay,
that?
Going back to
From Step
Step
Brothers.
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 No, you didn't think that one was funny?
I
It's a
remember watching.
fucking classic.
I just remember the nuts on the drums.
Oh,
And you
so
didn't like
funny.
that? You didn't like it?
Don't touch my
I
drum
don't care
set.
for Will Ferrell.
Oh my god.
He thinks
I
he's like
know.
Adam
One
Sandler. It's the same.
serious.
I mean, okay, yes,
He's okay.
He does play the same character quite a lot, but I love that character.
So you know how I listen to all my celebrity gossip
Yeah, yeah.
podcasts and blind item podcasts.
Yeah.
I just listened to one about Will Ferrell, and he's actually not a very nice person.
Don't do that.
Whoa. But
No.
you
makes
know,
me so sad.
you know,
So many of them aren't nice
I
people.
know most comedians actually aren't.
believe
Yeah.
believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. So
Yeah.
Have you
So he's
heard
half
Oh.
decent.
Have you heard- I've heard
Yeah,
that
he's a
Michael
guy.
Jordan is an asshole, right? Like, is similar thing, right? I always thought Michael Jordan would be the nicest, but a lot of people say he's super mean.
That's the best
none
one.
of
Don't
what you
believe
hear.
it.
Don't believe none of what you hear.
Yeah.
Just leave it at that.
Also, who
What were
talks
you gonna
about
ask
Michael
me?
Jordan
Meet him
again?
and form your own opinion, I guess.
What are you gonna ask?
What were you going to ask me?
Oh, I
You
was gonna
said-
ask about competing in freestyle. Like, it always super freaks me out. Like, I feel like I would totally fail at it.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
I think you do
Why?
great.
I think
I
you'd
don't
be great
know.
at it.
I've watched.
how to
I
scissor the
watched the
shit down.
classes. I watched the classes, and I'm like, never know who's gonna win.
Yeah.
I like never know like what is like. I'm always like flabbergasted by because I just don't understand it, and I feel like I would just try to put like something super basic. I would like do poodle trim, except for make a little bit wider legs, and I'm like, oh look what I.
And no poodle feet or poodle face. That's a
Yeah,
rule.
see no poodle. I fail.
So
It
I
just seems super difficult.
I think I'm going to go back to last year right here in Hershey. There was a dog that was so well done, right? In freestyle. So well done, but it had a vet shave.
Mm.
And the groomer said, yeah, you know, there's a vet shave. Oh, listen, you're in freestyle. You got to make that shit work. Like you have to make you've got to do something with that flaw to take it from distraction to attraction. And she didn't
Oh, I
place
like that.
because she left this shaggy vet shave. And I was like, I flew to her after the class and I said,
I fucking told you.
I was out there going, please do something with it. You can do it. You can do it. Because you can't, to me, I can't unsee that. And again, like I said, I love making something out of nothing, right? I
Yeah.
love doing that. So to me, that's the magic of freestyle. Like maybe looking at a dog that you wouldn't look at twice, but it can shine like a diamond in the freestyle ring.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like competing in the freestyle or do you like judging now more? Because you've been judging freestyle for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
For a year now, yeah? 'Cause
Yeah.
You started at Hershey last year?
Yes.
So
I
exciting.
Sure did. That's a good question. I love judging because I want to make sure that every single groomer understands that I've been there, I appreciate you, and just go balls out. Like, do not hold back because I'm going to appreciate everything that you put up. Even if it's outlandish,
Yeah.
I'm going to love it. So I think I might like judging a little bit more. When I was competing, I remember speaking to Jay and Sue about it, and I said, "Listen, I like going in and not knowing what I'm doing. I like the challenge." And Sue said, "But you have to understand something. You're never going to put up like that perfect groom because that kind of takes a little time for you to relook at it, re-see it, and maybe do it again the next time." So that kind of stuck with me. And the last year that I was competing, I was kind of just recycling one dog.
Yeah.
And that kind of made me fall a little flat. I just didn't feel challenged. I didn't feel like, I don't know. I just felt like I was looking at the same thing on repeat. And
Yeah.
I love, just like I said, going into the ring, borrowing a dog that I never saw before and just saying, let's do this. So
You get them.
I would say I like judging.
And then, so I feel like judging freestyle is probably one of the harder judging assignments just because there's
It
no like
doesn't
set,
fall, yeah.
like what do you look for? Like how do you decide? How do you,
Well, the one thing that I can tell you about freestyle is there still has to be a little balance maintained.
Mhm.
So I can look and I can see that somebody gets the idea of balance. One of the cuts
still-
that blows everybody sideways are the spirals.
Mhm.
A spiral can be the most beautiful thing, or else you've got the Michelin Man. So, like, when you do a spiral, you still want to maintain some kind of elegance and beauty of the dog, of the said dog. But when you start wrapping those spirals everywhere and then some, it's a distraction. So you always have to make sure that you're maintaining some kind of elegance to your freestyle. And it is very hard for a judge who is a purist of a breed.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
very hard for them to lose that and go in and judge freestyle.
Well, I feel like it's so open to interpretation, right? And,
Yeah.
Like, and their likes and dislikes, and if you take a breed and you ruin it for them, right? Then
That's like what Nathan said. It's like you never know who's gonna win.
Yeah.
You can see something like I think that, and then it's like not even on the judge's radar or something.
Yep.
It's very surprising on sometimes, like even with rescue. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like who's gonna win?
I think that's
Let's
the part that's
see.
kind of scary to me, you know? I would like to do it sometime.
Dog is
I did it
I also
once.
thought it might be interesting if like it was a pointed event and like because it's so popular and everybody does it all over the world now, like why not have it as a category? I understand like judging it would be hard because there's not like a standard, but I think it might be interesting to see as like a groom team thing, you know?
Well, I think part of the reason that they don't is because here they only do freestyle, but in other countries they have Asian
That's right.
freestyle and like
Salon.
and salon,
Yes.
which are totally different categories. So we would need to open it up because there they do like Asian, and then they do like teddy bear, right?
Yes,
And then
yes.
they do like salon or freestyle, or so they have like several different categories, where here it's all wrapped up into one.
That's true. Yeah.
So
Because ours is called salon freestyle, right?
but yeah, like, and they're all a little different, like, because we're going to New Zealand, and I was looking, and I think they have like Asian, teddy bear, and one other one. And I was like, wait a second, all of ours are combined. And then I was like, that's so wild. Like, so you're going to have to do separate judging for each one. And then I was like, but what makes Asian different from teddy bear? And then I was like, oh no, I don't know enough. I mean, I'm not judging, so I don't have to worry about it.
That is true. When Colin comes, he can break it down for you. But when I was judging over there, Asian is the Asian that you're used to seeing, the big flared legs, the little muzzle,
Separated muzzle from the head.
Then the freestyle was teddy bear or turn a dog into another breed, like a Poodlington or something. So that
That'd be
was
in teddy bear?
there. Yeah, it was. So there were two there, but Colin can break that down for you a little bit better.
Right.
But there was a groomer in there, and she had a beautiful dog. The dog was done beautifully in the wrong class. She did an Asian style in the freestyle, and she didn't place because she was misplaced. So
Bummer.
yeah, that was really bad.
So
I want-
that's that. Yeah, that would make it tough here, Nathan. Especially too, then they'd have to separate them
Yeah,
because you couldn't put a pointed at the same time as sporting, because that's also pointed. So like they would have to restructure everything totally.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Bad idea.
So basically, you suck, Nathan. Just kidding.
I like that idea.
I do.
No, I don't
like
think
it.
it's
You
a
know what?
bad idea. I just think they'd
Evolution.
have to like redo everything. So that's probably why nobody is
Add
like
an extra
doing it.
day. Don't
Add
you
an
want-
extra
don't
day
you
because
wanna be
we all
another
have
day?
so much money to spare.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is
One
too.
more day
I
of work missing.
think
It's okay.
because I don't know. I might be out of line saying this, but does anybody take freestyle serious because there aren't points appointed? Like, do they look at it like, oh, I'm certainly not going to go in there and have any fun because it's going to be a waste of my time? Is that how it's looked at? I don't really know.
I think it's
think-
freeing. Like when Juan competes in freestyle, it's like
It's my favorite.
he's going in with
Oh,
our
God, me
our,
too.
our first baby Charlotte. You know, he
Yeah.
goes with Charlotte, and
Yeah.
he just does a fun haircut that he wants to do.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like you said, if something goes astray, it's like I meant to do this. You know,
Yeah.
there's not
You
really.
can just change
and
it
you're
up. yeah.
judging on your own kind of like merit and stuff. Like he's trying to do the balance. Like he's trying to just put a good haircut and have fun.
Yeah.
Like he's less stressed.
Less
he loves
pressure,
it.
yeah.
Exactly. He loves
Yeah.
it that it's always like when he does Charlotte, he's like, okay, I'm done and stuff. I mean, you could speak on it as well.
Yeah,
but-
it's just my least stressful competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
you're having a
whenever-
good time instead of
Because I
being
can do whatever I want.
as stressed out. Because you're right. If you make a mistake, you can make that mistake into something beautiful.
That's
But if you
right.
make a mistake on a breed cut, you're kind of fucked.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is
whenever.
there a mistake?
No,
is
it's
it
not a
learn-
mistake.
Okay,
It's not.
That's what I
great.
mean.
Learning
You're
about
setting
you.
yourself down a new path
Actually,
when,
That's what
when
you're
it
doing.
doesn't go the original
And
way
you will
planned.
never do that again.
Yeah.
You'll just remember that
Happy
until
little
you
accident.
die.
You
Uh,
just do it
That's
on
what my
the
mom
other
said I
side.
was.
Yeah.
She got pregnant with me in high school, and I was like, I was at mistakes. No, you were a pleasant surprise. I was like,
Oh.
Pleasant
Do like
surprise.
what's his name? The
Bob
painter,
Ross.
Bob
Ross.
Ross. A happy,
Happy
little
little
accident.
There you go.
Let's make that into a tree.
Yeah, let's now make that into a tree.
You know,
Beautiful.
Lisa Leedy told me many, many moons ago, she said, oh, I'm going to tell you something right now. Your best groom is not in the ring. It's 2 days later. And I said, well, God, like, what do you mean? And she
The hell?
said, go ahead, groom that dog, go home in 48 hours and rewash it and look at all the shit you missed.
Mm.
And that's going to be your best groom.
Yeah.
And I was like, I never forgot that because it is truer than shit.
Juan
Yeah.
does that all the time.
Yeah,
He'll do it like 2 days later. He's like he gets fixated. He's like, oh, on the weekend he's like, I want to groom Charlotte again. I want to groom Francine again. And he'll do it. And he's
and I'm like, how the fuck did I place? What is
Yeah.
this?
This is
he
garbage.
tears his haircut apart, but then
And
he's like,
how
ooh.
about when time is up, scissors down, and you're looking at it and you're like, fuck, what the
Mhm.
fuck is that? And I'm trying to like pluck the little piece of hair
Yeah.
out.
Hand strip class.
Kind of just going
Or
and
just like
trying to-
comb it down a
Comb it
certain
down, comb
way.
it in.
oh,
They'll
my
never find it.
God, the shit that you miss. But as a judge, also, it made me very critical about myself. One of the main things that I think also is seriously like overlooked is your feet. Like doing feet to perfection is like. Hold on.
Her Majesty.
Oh my God! Look who's here. Well, we can cut stuff out.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course you can.
The Queen of England herself. Hello, mate. From across the pond. Did you have a cuppa before you came?
A cup of what?
A cup of tea. They
Oh.
call it a cuppa. I
A
can't
cup,
wait
a
till his
bottle
episode.
of water.
A bottle of water.
All right. Now we got disturbed. I don't know what we were talking about.
Just freestyle, and you're talking about the judging and everything.
Oh,
about,
yeah,
You're
the
talking about the
feet.
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 Yeah.
Like, oh my God, your feet better be done right. So when you're thinking about going in competition, how many people think about the feet?
Stole your tape. Stole it.
It's the first thing that the judge looks and says, "Let me check these feet."
Do you do that now? You're like,
That cost me a first place the last
Did
competition.
it?
Yeah, I got
Oh.
second. She brushed between their combed between the feet, the fingers, and one super long hair came out. And I was like, fuck.
the
And she told him that's the
fingies.
only reason why I didn't get you first is because of that hair on that
Oh.
foot. And because she's like, you know better. And I was like,
I do.
The
Yeah.
one time I
You
did
do.
freestyle, it was a foot. They
Yeah.
found a toe
It?
toe mat.
Yeah, I swear. It's like a big thing. So now I take forever doing feet in a shop.
Yeah.
In my shop. Nobody's looking, nobody's judging me. But I'm like, look I cannot hardly be looking at everybody's feet and being judgy. And then my
When-
feet look like shit.
When you were judging, do you like go through the coat really well, or do you really
Listen.
easy on the coat?
I'm real easy. I think it was Helen. Do you say her name Calm?
I have no idea.
Listen, she had a dog, and I looked at it and I said, no judge has probably ever said this to you, but like, I don't want to freaking comb your dog. Like, it was done so beautifully that I
Wow.
had like a guilt complex. I mean, I did it, but I was like, because I could just see the effort and the end result. And I thought, damn it, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So no, I go easy. I really do.
That's nice.
And I guess that it would be a little different if there were two that were real close for first place.
Oh yeah.
At that point, then you go in.
yeah.
But like looking at everybody, it's funny because from ringside, you can kind of see who your favorites are. Now I've been tricked before because then I get up and I'm like, yeah.
Mhm.
But I mean, you can kind of see who's got their shit together, and
Yeah,
then
totally.
whatever. But yeah, but no, I really try to be. I
is
try to
kinda
be
scary.
respectful
Yeah.
of the hard work that people do, so I kind of know where to look for where it's gonna fall apart. So I'll look, but yeah, I don't want to go in like.
I'm always a little freaked out when I look down the line and the judge is going like, just
Oh,
ripping. I'm like, oh
God,
my
yeah.
god, oh my god. is
Please,
it my-"
please,
Oh
please.
my God, yeah. How
I always go like,
terrifying.
oh, I have a lot of hairspray in this dog.
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
yes, he does.
Sometimes there's zeros hairspray.
Oh, and you're just going to say there is. That's another thing that I am crazy for as a freestyler. I feel like one of the places that is so overlooked is the tail. I feel like the tail is a canvas for the best designs, right? I mean,
Yeah.
usually, oh, I'm going to tell you something right now.
Tell it to me. Tell it to me.
Doodles, do not think that I'm going to go through a doodle and then I've got a half hour left on that tail that's the size of a raccoon. That shit is going to be designed. It's either going to be a spiral, it's going to be a giraffe tail, it's going to be some shit, but I am not going to leave that tail au naturel. And if they ask me, well, it was matted. Even when it's not. You know how you put hairspray, there really wasn't any? I'm going to say there was a mat when there was. I cannot. No, just think of it. You're like, oh my God, I just did this dog and now I'm
Yeah,
brushing this tail that's the size of me. I don't want to do that.
I'll always
I
be
hate
done
tails.
with the face and the body, and I look at the ears and tail, and I'm like, It's done.
Yeah.
This dog done.
Oh yeah.
Natural.
It looks
Well, I
Another
mean,
one for the
looks
books.
great from next.
Yeah.
And you've got the people that say,
That's
I
what I do
need
with
the
Ronnie, too. They look
forever
good, right?
tail. Do not, don't touch the tail. And the tail's like the size of Princess Di's train,
Yeah.
right? It's being
That's because I groomed
dragged
it.
a mile
I've been grooming
behind
it.
them.
I haven't touched it in like 3 years.
Right. So, and the people who make a fake tail out of the nubs, you know, and then they grow this.
Ballsy. That's
this
ballsy.
long-
I love nubbins. They're
Oh my
favorite.
God. So
Some
like,
of them
just
don't even have
Always
nubs.
poop
It's
on
just
it.
the
It's
hair.
just always
It's
poop
just
all
the
over
hair.
it.
Oh
From
my
like,
It's like a hippo.
Chop it
I
off.
think I may be wrong, but I think I'm right. I think I'm the only groomer in history that had a class dedicated to tails only. And I called it Trick of the Tail.
nice.
And I just put up a million different ways to look at tails. And to this day, I have groomers saying, just want to let you know, look what I did to this tail. And I'm like a proud mama. God,
Yeah.
look at those tails.
You're,
Because
you're inspiring people to step out of their comfort zone or try something that they
Yeah.
might have never done
Love
before.
it.
Yeah.
do you think so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Even just listening
You're
to you
so
talk
inspiring. I
Oh.
think you should do like I love your classes, but you should do inspirational quotes. I feel like so many people would come and watch that. You doing an
Yeah.
inspirational seminar, just talking,
Yeah.
it's mesmerizing. I love it.
Oh
you
my
inspired
God.
my ass.
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh,
With
she's gonna
what?
do
Maybe he's
freestyle
gonna
next
start
year.
Tell
No,
me
it was
now.
that
Just
mistake. It
tell
was the
me now.
mistake thing. I'm like,
Oh.
it was just learning experience.
But don't you feel like you learn something from everybody? And if you took the time, which none of us have, but if you took the time to really find out every single person's life story, the seemingly simple man has the most amazing shit to say.
Yes.
And like, I mean, you basically see things like, I don't know, movie stars or whatever, but the simple man has the best shit to say, I
Well,
think.
I agree with you. And
That
that's
comment was kind of throwing me for a loop.
Well,
But I
so-
agree. I mean, it's cool though.
If you really take the time and you say, you know, tell me the things you find out that people live through, that they endure, what
Yes.
made them who they are today. Like, I got plenty of shit that I
was
wish
like,
didn't
Nathan's that.
happen to me, but there are direct markers in my life that absolutely killed me at that point in time,
Mhm.
but made me appreciate every breath
Yeah.
I take today.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
that's something I talked to
dig that.
Nathan about is like we got the mobile, right? And so when we're out in the mobile and we're driving around, sometimes I'm looking at all like the homes or the tiny businesses that you've never seen before and you maybe never would have driven through that neighborhood, but because we're going to this location now we are. And I always tell Nathan, I think sometimes about how big the world is and how I will never be able to see it all. I'll
No.
never know everybody's story. You see these big skyscrapers and I think, who works in those
Yeah.
buildings all day, every day?
Right,
There's
I
like
do
a
that all the
thousand
time.
people working.
Yeah,
there
and I think to
doing
myself,
How does
like
this
they
business stay
all
open?
have
Yeah.
stories and they all have lives, and I will never ever know all of them.
No.
And it's wild to me, and it makes me a little sad when I think that I'll never know all their stories, and I'll never know. I'll probably never go into all those little businesses that I've driving by, but I always think like it's so interesting. I wonder what kind of lives they lived, and I think I do talk to Nathan about that sometimes. I think
Probably,
he thinks I'm a
though,
little crazy,
Probably
but
some boring ass bullshit.
I don't think you're crazy. Juan and I do that all the time. We drive by this building. It's like, it's been here since we lived here. It's like, who works there? How's it open? What do they do?
Yeah.
What
what are
are their
their
lives?
jobs?
Yeah.
What
Like,
do they do with
yeah,
themselves?
They're just
It's
sitting
so
at a computer
interesting.
going.
Yeah, but
even the
that's
hotel
not
workers
true
that are
though.
walking
Their
around.
lives are more intricate than that,
The
Nathan.
layers.
It is.
The
They're
layers.
like
NPCs.
onions. They're like
Or-
Shrek.
Or a parfait.
You know,
Parfait.
Oh, yes.
They're
Yes.
part of the simulation.
Nathan,
no,
You're
it's
the
a
simulation.
scary
that.
thought.
Don't-
It's a
See,
scary
I
thought.
hate
I'm
that
kind of
thought.
with you. Like, there's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff
I
that
hate that
can't
thought. I
explain.
don't want
and I'm
this to
like,
be a
"Yeah, I
simulation."
hate this. I'm not really here. But my
doesn't matter.
kids, my whole family, were part of a
In
little
your
like
simulation,
chat
you're the main
group
character.
on
Yeah,
uh,
whatever.
Facebook.
Uh-huh.
And there was a couple of Christmases ago, my son was I think he might have been in rehab. He was on drugs for about 6 years.
Mhm.
My daughter was diagnosed with epilepsy. So, like, I had several years in a row that I just felt like it was like waves coming in on the tide, one fuck up after another. And I
Mhm.
sent them a message Christmas Day. And I said, do you realize that our lives as we know it stays intact by like the width of a hair.
Yeah.
One freaking second can change. Your life is not the same. It is
Mhm.
not the same. So I think, again, those tribulations, those trials that I went through made me so appreciative. I gotta say it. I don't really subscribe to holidays as a marker on my calendar. I fucking will have Christmas Day on June 23rd. Come on over, everybody's got a present. Or
Yeah.
like I'm having Thanksgiving Day dinner on August 1st because you're not guaranteed to get to there. So I try to make sure that, especially my family, we are all celebrating every day, every damn day. We got
Every
something to
fucking day.
Every fucking day, we're celebrating some motherfucking something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck
Hell yeah.
You know what,
Fuck
though?
you.
You're right,
We're having
though.
so much
You know
fucking
what?
fun today.
We all woke up today, and what a beautiful thing that is that we're all here.
yes. You're not kidding.
No, it's true.
I know that.
How long have we been recording?
Yeah.
It says
Only
56 hours. We should
56.
probably wrap
Yeah.
it up soonish.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
I do. Yes,
Yeah,
it's
you're
fine.
you're
We
inspirational
love you.
and you're wonderful.
I know. Okay, you're my new mommy.
I'm getting crazy now. I'm getting a little crazy. Thank you.
No, honestly, I do think it's like really refreshing to hear how passionate you are about your job and how you love every dog that comes in. Because I do think that's something that we are people who do love purebred dogs, and we love that beautiful AKC groom, and we're breed profile and stuff. But I do think that it's important to also appreciate all the everyday dogs that come into
100%.
your
Yeah.
salon, because I mean, I always said our employees sometimes, you know, because we talk about structure a lot in our salon. So we'll go, oh, well, this dog's lacking this
Yeah.
or that. And we say, look, it's not that we don't love the dog. The dog is adorable. We love the dog.
Yeah.
It's just about education. But we say, like, we still love this dog. Because we talk about conformation or whatever doesn't mean we don't love them. But we're looking for ways to make them even cuter than they already are.
Well, I was told by one of my favorite mentors, and he said, you have to understand the power that you have as you stand on the other side of the table.
Mhm.
Number one, you're communicating telepathically. So your frequency is over here.
Yeah.
You're not on a verbal frequency. Your frequency is up here. You are communicating with the dog telepathically. Secondly, you cannot lie to that dog. You cannot lie. If you don't like the dog, you don't like the haircut,
They
they know
know.
it.
Oh, yeah.
And they think they're in trouble. So he
Mhm.
said, when you are doing this, remember what you're doing. You're creating their new reality. Their owners probably have no idea how cute they can be because they're stuck in get all the hair off. It's up to you to show the owners how to celebrate the beauty that walks at their feet. And so
You're so inspirational.
I know. It's like, damn.
I love it.
damn.
I love it.
I love it.
I
Keep
really
talking.
do.
Keep
yeah,
talking.
I really do think that you should. No, honestly, we love it. I think your passion is like so inspiring, and
But
listening
I think
to you
it's
talk.
like so amazing for all of us.
Yeah.
Because we are gifted something that a lot of the world doesn't hear and they don't see. Like
Mhm.
we are communicating on this amazing, level that just I'm not sure how many of us know the power that we have.
Yeah.
I know. What have I done here?
Who knew this was going to
I
be
hate
such
crying,
an
Jayne.
inspirational
I hate crying.
episode?
Well, you know, I'd like to end this by saying 2 years ago, I don't know what it was. We can also call this like a telepathic thing. I saw you guys and I was like, oh, they're my friends. I need to be with this group. Do you remember?
I remember.
And I was like, can I be part of your pack?
Yeah.
Now, I never knew any of you, but the fact that here we are 2 years later after that magical minute
Oh,
that
yeah.
we
Same
were
show.
all
it was, yeah, it was
It was
here.
this show,
it
Hershey.
was. So, like, I'm just so grateful that you guys had me back here.
I'm
And
so grateful.
We're grateful.
I loved
Thank
this
you so much.
and-
Every time I look at Nathan's phone, I see it's a voice memo from you. I'm like, oh, it's Jayne. I'm like, let's
We
listen to what
stopped
she has
work.
to
Me and Juan, we
say.
stopped
Yeah.
work to listen to him. We're
And
like,
Nathan,
Oh, yeah.
should we end the show by the voicemail that I left you the other day?
Oh, absolutely.
When
Yeah.
you told, when you
Yeah.
did your reel of the anal glands in the face. We'll end this on a hysterical note. My whole family, we were all around the table. We got ice cream, and my son was holding my little toy poodle, and he thought he dropped chocolate ice cream on his lap.
Oh.
And
no.
so he just went,
Yeah.
and went to eat the chocolate ice cream. And the next thing I know, he's gagging, vomiting, crawling into the bathroom. And we're all like, oh my God, like, what is wrong with him? And when he came out, he was like, I ate anal glands. I ate anal glands. So that goes down in the history of.
Does it also taste like fish?
You know something? I never got that far. It's such a sore subject for him. Like if you ask him today, he's like, like he can't even talk about
I
this.
mean,
so
what would
much.
you do? What would I think I would like.
Well, there's no mistake.
Well, he vomited.
I gotta go to the hospital.
He vomited.
I gotta go to the hospital.
I mean, it was like his hair was on fire. He ran out of the table like, and we were all like, what?
Yeah, it wasn't a mistake. It was a he learned.
So
He
Yeah,
learned
not a
it.
mistake. That was a
He learned
learning
it.
experience.
Now he
Don't
looks
lick
very
anything. You think
closely
that's
at
chocolate.
what it is, who is sitting on his lap.
Oh no.
Just because you think it's chocolate doesn't mean it is.
That's right.
There you go.
All right,
That's
guys,
the lesson for
thank
the
you
day.
for everything. You know how much I love you all.
We
And I
love
you
you
too.
everybody
Love you
who's
too.
listening and takes the time out of their day to hear everybody. And these guys do an amazing job. The setup here is a job on its own. And yet they groom, they have dogs. Ronnie has exotic animals that he has to take care of all the time. Kat is over there running Bashans all over the show ring. I mean, Nathan, I don't know what you're doing, just
I don't either.
jerking off.
Yeah,
Yes.
basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
All
much.
right, well, good
Thank
night.
you. Thank you.
Good
Wait,
night.
Randy's gonna sign us out.
I say thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on. Oh, now I'm Cat. Too emotional now. Thank you for joining. Blah, blah.
You can do it.
You
can
got
do
it. You got it. You
My
got
cat
it.
Colin's here. He's watching me. Thank you for joining us on another episode of another grooming podcast, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.